Hey everybody, Ed from Paranormal Link, Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. Yes, finally! More new episodes. I am able to get to my studio. I am able to record things now. So, let's get started. The Franklin Castle. Guys, this place is insane. Trust me, when I was laid up because of the whole foot and my back and everything, I read so much into this. And you guys just gotta listen to it. So we're going to do a little bit of the history of it first. The German immigrant Hannes, I can never say this guy's name, Tiedemann, was a banker, and he built this mansion for his family. It was built between 1881 and 1883. The first few years, Hannes, or Haynes, however you want to say it, his wife Louise and their two children, August and Emma, lived happily in this 20-room house. Guys, it's huge. I've been there. It is gigantic. Hannes' mother, Wiebeke, and that's no lie, Wiebeke, also lived with them. Unfortunately, the happiness ended when 15-year-old daughter Emma died of the consequences of diabetes on January 15th, 1891. A few weeks later, Wiebeke also passed away. Immediately after this, people started speculating, was Tiedemann family cursed? When in the 3 years that followed, 3 more Tiedemann children were buried, of which the youngest was just an infant. Oh gosh, sorry guys. The speculations really came loose. Did Tiedemann have something to hide? Hannes wanted to cheer his wife Louise up by building her a ballroom. This ballroom was as large as the entire house. It was built on the 4th floor. Hannes also decorated the house with towers and gargoyles, and it started to look more and more like a castle. In this period, he also started building secret halls and tunnels in the house. Why he did this is unclear, but according to the legend, Louise used these tunnels to escape her husband's bad temper. When Louise died in 1895, when she was only 57 years old, more strange things came to the surface. People claimed Hannes had several love affairs, sometimes even in the house itself. He allegedly forced women to have sex with him, and he didn't even shy away from murder. Hannes must have had enough of the history of the Franklin Castle, for he sold the house shortly after Louise's death to the Mulhauser family. He remarried to Henrietta, a waitress, but the marriage already ended in a divorce a year later. Hannes himself died in 1908 because of the massive stroke while taking a walk in the park. He outlived his entire family, even his grandchildren. There was nobody left to claim his inheritance. The German Mulhauser family sold the house to the German Socialist Party in 1913. Franklin Castle was supposed to be a place for meetings and parties, but instead the house was used to house Nazis. Legend says 20 people were killed in the house with machine guns because of political disagreements. Later, residents claimed they could hear the fight over and over again inside the house. That's right, Nazis. This place was built for the German Socialist Party, and I think that the National German Socialist Party, which was the Nazis, took over, and then they took the castle, and just, that's what they did. They wanted something, they just took it. And if you didn't give it to them, they killed you. It's horrible people. After that, the house remained vacant for a while, until it was bought in 1968 by James Romano and his family, his wife, and always been fascinated by the large mansion and wanted to turn it into a restaurant, but the ghosts made sure that that would not happen. When the Romanos were busy restoring Franklin Castle, Mrs. Romano sent the children upstairs to play. A while later, the 4 children came downstairs to ask for cookies. They wanted to take an extra cookie with them to give to the sad girl who was crying upstairs. When Mrs. Romano went up with them, she saw nobody, but the children insisted they played with other children up there all the time. Not just with the crying girl. Were these children the deceased Tiedemann family? Not just the idea of ghost children scared Mrs. Romano. The organ music that filled the house on a regular occasion did too. Even though the Romanos didn't eat didn't even own an organ. I'm sorry, guys. My 2 giant pit bulls are wanting so much love, and they're just jumping all over. All right, guys, come on. I'm recording. Come on. Okay. All right. The organ music that filled the house was a regular occasion, even though the Romanos didn't own an organ. Also, footsteps sounds of sounding glasses and turning ceiling lamps made the family get help from some paranormal investigators. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys know me. I can't read my handwriting. So, okay. During one investigation, one of them even ran out of the house, screaming, and a priest was asked to perform an exorcism. The priest told them there were evil spirits in the house, and that they should leave because they were too powerful to remove. And so they did in 1974. The house was sold to Sam Moscolato, who wanted to turn the place into a church. All ghost stories didn't do much good to his church, so he decided to turn Franklin Castle into a tourist attraction. A tourist attraction. I'm telling you guys, I can't read my own handwriting. He opened the house to the public and gave people tours. Fearless people could also spend the night there. He wanted to make a profit out of the ghost stories. He was also intrigued by all the secret passageways and tunnels, and he decided to explore the house. In one of the hidden rooms, he made a gruesome discovery. He found human bones. He took his story to the media. Some people claim he placed the bones there himself to seek more attention, but the tourists stayed away, but the strange stories continued. Muscatello sold the house again, but the strange occurrences his guests had written in the guest book remained interesting. Further research brought more wrongdoings of Tiedemann to light. A woman in black has seen in the tower room from time to time. She is said to be the ghost of Rachel, a maid who didn't want anything to do with Tiedemann's sweet talks. She was probably strangled by Tiedemann, because people feel as if they are choking when they are up there. People who had spent the night there claimed to have heard a woman suffocating, but when they went up there, no one was there. The spirit of the 13-year-old niece of Tiedemann is said to haunt the house. Karen was hanged in one of the tunnels behind the ballroom because she was insane. Tiedemann claimed he wanted to put the girl out of her misery, but the truth is, he caught her in bed with one of his grandsons. Someone was killed in one of the rooms with an axe, and no less than 12 baby corpses were found in a secret room. Rumors say a doctor briefly lived in the house after Tiedemann, and he experimented on the babies. Sounds of babies crying are frequently heard as well. Michelle Hamburger had great plans for the mansion and wanted to restore it the way it once was. Unfortunately, a huge fire in November of 1999, just a few months after she bought it, ended this dream. It was partly destroyed, and she didn't have the money to fix this. Later, a group of people bought it and turned it into a club. The house remained untouched until 2006. People grew suspicious, apparently. The house was used for shooting adult movies. Franklin Castle remained unoccupied after that. The boarded up windows and the big fence with no entry signs on it give the house a creepy and depressive look. But there's some good news. In 2011, the European tapestry artist Chara Dun Dali bought the house in 2012. A permit was issued to convert the house into 3 family homes. Let's just hope the new families can live in perfect harmony with the resident ghosts. That never came to fruition. Now, 2024, the Franklin Castle sits on Franklin Avenue or Franklin Road in Cleveland, Ohio. You can go do tours, ghost tours, or just tours of the house there. I recommend going, guys. It is very, very haunted. A good buddy of mine went and investigated it, and it's just terribly, terribly haunted. You will not hate this site whatsoever. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. I'm so glad to be back and talking to you guys again. Always go to ParanormalLinkOhio.com. Check out everything we have there. We have Paranormal Link Ohio on TikTok, Paranormal Link Ohio on YouTube. Guys, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being there. And for all the ones that would message me and ask me how me and my family were doing during this times of me being in the hospital, I really appreciate it. It really helped. All right, guys, thanks. I hope you have a great night. Bye, everyone.